the body scan meditation. A meditation that is intended to allow us to build a greater mental muscle and awareness around our physical sense and our connectedness to our body. It is a meditation that can be used as we wake up in the morning, throughout the day, and in the evening as we settle in. To begin the meditation, find yourself a comfortable position. The body scan meditation is often done from the lying down position. If you are not in a space where you can lie down comfortably, it is perfectly fine to do from a chair or a sitting posture, or even from a standing posture. The intention is not to sense into the body in any particular way, but to go from the top of our heads down to our feet and to build the connectedness to the body. Settling in first with the breath, using the breath as the grounding point whenever we might get distracted or caught by thought. Finding the presence of breath wherever it feels most natural. As we settle into the breath, beginning from the top of the head, sensing in to our forehead and our scalp. Noticing any tension or tingling. Perhaps moving our muscles in our forehead and settling with them. Coming down into our eyes. Noticing if we're holding our eyes in any particular way. If we're closed tightly or gently. See if we can even sense into our eyeballs. Movement within the socket. Coming down into our nose. Noticing if we can feel the pressure of air coming in and out as we breathe. Sensing into our cheeks and our jaw. Notice if we're holding our jaw in any particular way. Maybe slightly opening our mouth and releasing any tension we might feel. Moving into our ears. See if we can even sense into our earlobes. Noticing anything that we might hear. Not trying to do anything or hear anything, just building that connectedness to the sounds, the connectedness to our ears, and an appreciation for how they function throughout the day for us. Coming down into the neck and the throat. Noticing any sensations in the throat muscles. Maybe swallowing and seeing if there's any present feeling we can sense into it. Coming down into our shoulders. If we're lying down or up against a cushion or a chair, sensing into the pressure on our shoulder blades. Feeling that contact with our body. Noticing if we're sitting, how are we holding our shoulders? Upright, slightly slouched. Paying attention to the posture of our body through our shoulders. Coming down into our arms. Starting with the right arm into the forearm. Noticing if there's any tingling. Noticing nothing at all. Not trying to feel anything, just sensing into our body. Scanning down into the hand of our right arm. Into our fingers. Slightly, gently moving our fingertips and sensing into them. Feeling into any contact we might be having, whether it be on the ground or the cushion. What connectedness can we have to the right hand when we're paying attention? And moving over to the left arm, into the forearm. Once again, noticing if there's any tingling, any nothingness, and being perfectly okay with that. Paying attention if we notice any differences from our right arm to our left. Coming down into our left hand. And noticing if there's any contact to the cushion, to the ground. Sensing into that contact and any feeling tone that we might have within our hand. Any subtle differences from our left hand to our right. Maybe bringing the hands together. And a gentle touch to one another. And an appreciation for how these hands function together throughout our day. As if one singular muscle, and yet their own individuality. Coming down into the stomach, Noticing any subtle signs in our belly. Any gurgling sense. Any uneasiness that often settles in our belly. Not trying to feel anything, but noticing what shows up for us right now in the belly. Coming down into the torso, the buttocks. Feeling the sense of contact with the ground or the cushion. Sensing into what the lying down or seated posture might be for us. Even if you're standing up, sensing into the back region, noticing if we can know what it feels like when we're not in the seated position or the lying down. Coming down into the legs, into the thigh muscles. See if we can sense into any pressure within our legs, to the muscles of the thighs. Moving down into the calf muscles. Once again, not trying to make any feeling happen, but just sensing into these muscles. Feeling the contact to the ground if we're in the lying down position. Seeing if we can move our awareness from one calf to another in no particular way. Coming down into our ankles. Maybe slightly moving our feet. Noticing the subtle changes in our ankles, the movement and the functionality. And moving down into our feet. And we can sense into the top of our foot. The subtle distinction between the feeling of the top of our foot and the bottom. Noticing any sensations or vibrations. In the bottom of the foot. If sitting in a cushion, noticing the feeling of contact to the ground. An appreciation for this ability to be grounded and sensing into it. And sensing into our toes. just lightly moving them. Noticing any subtle differences from one toe to another. Now sensing into our whole body. In no particular place, but wherever we feel anything the most. Not trying to make anything happen, but just feeling that connectedness and the oneness to our whole body. Perhaps sensing into our heart muscle. And the appreciation of that up and down motion. And the wonder of its functionality for us throughout the day, even when we're not noticing. And then coming back to our breath where we started. That place that we can come to no matter where we are throughout our day. That one place that's our own. That can bring some stillness and some calm. That allow us to build that connectedness from our mind to our body. Not making it do anything, but just being with our breath. As we come to the close of the body scan meditation, allowing yourself a sense of gratitude for having this time for yourself and your body, this connectedness to yourself, the whole body. Knowing that throughout the day, no matter where you are, you have your one mind and your one body to always come back to. To settle into and to be with. Allowing yourself that deeper than normal in-breath and that audible exhale. Welcoming ourselves back into the room and opening our eyes if they were closed or softened. Allowing ourselves to go throughout the day with a greater connectedness to our body. That one place that we can always call home throughout the day.